NYC has become Stat City. Amar'e, congratulations. What are your thoughts on today as you get presented to New York City and the world as a member of the Knicks here on the Garden floor?
Oh, it's been great. You know, the fans are amazing. I've been treated with such great hospitality. So, you know, to finally be a New York Knick is a great accomplishment for me.
All right, speaking of hospitality, we've been talking a lot about basketball in this press conference already. I want to know about that dinner the other night, Monday night at STK. Everybody was tweeting about it. Spike Lee's there, members of the Giants and Jets, and, of course, the Knicks staff. What was that like?
That was great. You know, all the guys came out. You know, definitely members of the Knicks were there. You had Spike Lee came out. Chris Rock was there. Even Fat Joe came out and had a meal. Strahan showed up. You know, it was great, man. We had a phenomenal time.
You heard the story that Jim Dolan told about your meeting together and how you immediately brought a smile to his face because you so quickly committed to the Knicks and said you wanted to play here. How were you able to make that decision so quickly?
Well, it wasn't really a quick decision. You know, we've met a few times before that actually commitment was made, but I felt comfortable. You know, Mr. Dolan is a great guy, so I know he wants to build a championship team, and that pretty much what does it for me. Ultimately, winning the championship is the goal. So, with an owner like Mr. Dolan, we definitely can do it here.
Now, one of the first words or things you said when you put on that Knicks hat the other day was the Knicks are back. Now, that is a loaded statement. What gives you the faith and the confidence to say that?
Well, I think it's the start of a new era. You know, obviously the previous 2 years or so, they've been you know, trying to keep the salary cap low and bring in players, and now that I'm here and a few more guys can possibly join us, we can start looking forward to winning. You know, so that's when I say the Knicks are back. That's what I mean. We're looking forward to winning.
And the Knicks do have a young core that you are joining as they continue to also add pieces. And you're not really going back to the D'Antoni system because your coach with the Suns, Alvin Gentry, did continue that style. But talk about how, with your experience and the years and the success you've had playing under Coach D'Antoni, what elements do you bring, and will you help those younger players kind of coach them, be a mentor to them, so that this system can get back to that effectiveness?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about leadership skills and being able to help your teammates improve. You know, that's the goal. And playing with Coach D'Antoni the previous 5 years in Phoenix was great. One thing about Coach D'Antoni is that the fact of, you know, he allows you to really become a complete basketball player. And that's what you want to reach your full potential. And with that being said, you want to win also.
Steve Nash was brought up during the press conference. You and Steve had that pick and roll down to a science. And we have Tony Douglas, second-year player, developing player. What type of a point guard does it take to bring you the success to finish with that pick and roll play?
We just got to school them a little bit, you know, just kind of show them the ropes. Obviously, you got a few young guys on the team, so, you know, leadership's definitely going to be a huge quality for us. But, you know, just kind of take them through the ropes, understand, so they understand how the game is, you know, really played on this level, and hopefully they can grow and get better.
We talk so much and we hear so much about this being a first step. You're signing here with the Knicks. So how much input are you going to have, or have you had, about the new pieces and other players that the Knicks can add to this team?
I'm going to have some input. You know, I mean, obviously we want to make a sound decision on the decisions we make. So I think having input is great for all of us, to chime in and give us our, you know, their thoughts. So it's going to be great for us going into the next few weeks, few months.
And day one on Monday, when you said you would sign, you also said you're going to do some recruiting, other free agents out there, some players that are going to be free agents, and you did reach out to LeBron James. What was that conversation like? What kind of feelings did you get out of it?
Well, I'm still not totally sure what his decision is going to be. Obviously, it's a big one for him and his family, so I'm pretty sure he's taking his time and trying to make the right decision for himself. So still not totally sure what it's going to be, but hopefully it's here with the New York Knicks.
You know, there's still room even for next year. So whether it's free agents next year, even if whatever happens tonight, Carmelo Anthony, guys like Chris Paul, Tony Parker, those are names that keep being brought up as well. Are you already in the process of talking to those guys? Well,
not yet. I mean, we're friends and we talk all the time, even about non-basketball topics. But again, you're right. You know, if we don't, you know, land LeBron this year, we got next summer to try to land some guys. So, you know, we're just going to look forward to winning and trying to see if we can build a team here.
One last question, Amar'e, kind of a fun one. Everyone's talking about Carmelo Anthony's wedding on Saturday here in Midtown. You're going. I mean, would you guys talk about all this free agency stuff in basketball, or is it just about life on a day like that?
Both. Well, you know, whatever's the topic of discussion, we're going to entertain it. So I'm pretty sure we'll talk about basketball and also just life away from basketball also.
All right, Amar'e Stoudemire, number one for the New York Knicks. Congrats. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and we will be seeing a lot of number one, of course, throughout the rest of this summer, and as the New York Knicks head into